So this isn't a good week for Lisa Rinna or Erika Jayne, because reportedly both have been dropped by their publicists because of all the drama that's been playing out on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and the publicists have been taking the heat for it. Not only that, the American Cancer Institute is slamming Lisa Rinna for her comments about cancer on the season finale of the show. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So before we get into the whole Publicists situation, because a lot of you have been tagging me since last week about the scene that was cut out from the American version of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. However, one of the things that also stood out to all of you when we were talking about and recapping the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills finale was this very disgusting comment that Lisa Rinna made during the episode.
I'm not going to take it to my grave because I'd get sick and get cancer if I didn't express this. That's how bad it is. To have these kinds of things go on and not express them, I'll get sick and die because it's that vile.
Wow.
Did she really say that?
Oh my God, it's so dramatic. Are we on Days of Our Lives again?
Well, we already knew with Lisa Rinna, it always feels like she's performing. But a lot of you that have survived cancer, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, or people that you've lost to cancer, were like, that is a disgusting comment. You did not have to use cancer in your drama here. I'm actually surprised it took the American Cancer Institute this long to even put out a statement. However, I also have to remember not everyone watches these reality shows like we do. So according to TMZ, this remark that was made did not sit well with the American Cancer Institute. They're saying that a rep tells TMZ that Lisa is, quote, just using the specter of cancer as an emotional blackmail to justify airing out her grievance. Setting the morality of Lisa's comments aside, the Institute says Lisa is totally wrong about how cancer enters the body. They say there is no strong evidence to support stress being the cause of cancer. They also say wherever Lisa's getting her information on cancer development is, quote, certainly not based on reputable research. They continue, they said Lisa, quote, has taken a popular but likely false concept and spewed it to the masses just to rationalize stirring up drama. Not surprised. Not surprised. But I'm also not surprised. As you know, the international version, the next day, a lot of people were reacting that this particular scene where you see Erika's publicist at her overly priced hair extensions party was talking about, oh, there's a lot of drama going on, where you see Lisa Rinna and Dorit having a conversation. So a lot of people, because as you know, according to Kyle, it was Erika's publicist that put this information out there. Erika's publicist is also the publicist for Nicky Hilton. Well, according to our friends over at the Pretty Corrupt podcast, they're saying, allegedly, that both Lisa Rinna's publicist and Erika's publicist, they have two different publicists, but Lisa Rinna's publicist also represents Paris Hilton. Damn. Well, according to them, both Erika and Lisa were dropped this week due to all of the backlash they have been receiving because of this show. And I'm not surprised. Take a listen.
That woman allegedly has lots of secrets swept under her rug. Mm-hmm. So to make it sound like it's cathartic for her to expose others.
Right? It's not your job to expose other people. Like, the truth will come out eventually if you give it time. Like, trying to force it out of people is just like, no. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting. Oh, what? Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Here was the quote I was referring to. A tweet by Lemon Carcass. It's probably a Housewives Lemon joke. Shout out to @Lemon Carcass. I'll tag you. Lisa Rinna seems to be fine not dealing with her own family issues, but Hilton Richards' family drama is going to give her cancer.
Amen, Lemon Carcass. Yeah. Amen.
Just gonna hit follow so we don't forget that.
Yep. It's true. Yeah. I mean, let's not talk about Amelia, being like posting about how she needs her parents.
Let's not talk about the husband.
Let's not talk about the husband. Let's not talk about the daughter. Let's not talk about this. Let's not talk about that. No. Oh my gosh. Well, let's also not talk about the fact that her publicist dropped her this week.
Yep.
And so did Erika's publicist.
They did. I don't know how much more I should say, but they are not pleased. Their publicists, Jack and Jill. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I didn't even mean it that way. So Erika's publicist was Jack, and he also reps Nicky Hilton. Rinna's publicist is Jill Fritzo, and she also reps Paris, and they do not appreciate being dragged into this. Mm-hmm. They didn't have anything to do with that. They're not going to risk their careers to spread a story for Erika Girardi. And they dropped her for this. Their names got dragged through the mud wrongfully.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's also kind of on Bravo, too, with that whole edit that was that international edit, which apparently they've taken out now, but plenty of people have seen it. It's out there. It's out on the internet forever now.
And that was cut to make him look like scheming.
It was so poorly cut. Like, there is a rule that if you do not see it come out of their mouth, that they most likely 90% of the time did not say it at that moment.
So here's the thing. Again, allegedly. No confirmation. I'm sure we will get more confirmation on who's repping who shortly. So as always, we cite our sources. We'll link you to the full podcast episode in the description of this video. So a couple of things, and we've said this before during our Real Housewives of Beverly Hills recap. Lisa Rinna loves to make everyone else's storyline her storyline. Very much like I've said before. Did Kathy Hilton go cross the line? Did she say some horrible things? Probably. I believe that maybe she did. But she's also been going on an apology tour these last couple of episodes. But the fact that Lisa Rinna went and ran with this and made so much drama out of this. Okay, some of you would be like, well, then what would we have a show? Yeah, we could if people were interesting and fun. But Lisa Rinna making this drama out of this. So much drama that she said, oh my God, I would get cancer. And now the Cancer Society is forced to release a statement. What you're saying is not true. But the real story, your personal story, and I almost completely forgot. I was like, wait a second, what about the whole stuff with your daughter coming out, while filming what's happening? We don't address the personal stories that are going on at home. And you know why we didn't address it? Because word on the street, allegedly, these ladies, at least the Fox Force flunkies, come together and plot and plan what their stories will be for the season. And they did not plot and plan that we were going to talk about Lisa Rinna and her own personal story, her husband or her daughters, or her daughters slamming her on social media. Why are we not talking about that? That's a part of your reality. Anyways, guys, I could go on and on about Lisa Rinna and everything that's happening on the show. As you know, tonight is the first part of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion. They're not paying me, but they should. Just saying. The free promotion. But let's have that conversation below. How do you feel about, first of all, the American Cancer Society slamming Lisa Rinna for her comments and reminding us, no, stress is not the leading cause of cancer. Also, reportedly that both Lisa Rinna and Erika have been dropped by their publicists. Let's have that conversation in the comment section. And as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.